Welcome, Aries, to your mid-month reading for March. Hope you friends are doing great out there. Okay, Aries, let's see what's going on with you in March. Okay, mid-month of March, please. This message for Aries, please. The Nine of Pentacles coming out. This is literally talking about the pleasures. It's in your energy, so whether or not you're seeking these pleasures, it does feel like you're already in a place of peace and pleasure within yourself. It just feels like with all the resources that you have at your hands, maybe you just need to reach out and grab a little more resources. I'm not feeling like maybe there's not enough. But just remember, there is plenty. I do see a lot of travel, though, as well, for someone or a bunch of you. However, so it might be that you're gathering together to take this trip, take this, it might be a honeymoon. But it does feel like some kind of trip that actually means something, right? It's actually got a meaning behind it. It's a very special trip, not just some, going on vacation, but literally something that's meaningful. So very nice. Might be planning this trip. For others of you, it's just the trip within to find the resources, to put yourself kind of on this journey through learning and getting your job done, planting these seeds. And it does feel like you're on the right path, and you're just really in the moment. So very nice. Clarifying on the Nine of Pentacles, talking about an increase. So whether it's an increase of pleasure, right, increase of money, increase of the resources that are around you. If it is the increase of resources around you, it's definitely going to increase your income, increase the love, increase whatever it is that's going around you that you're very focused on at this time. So that's very good. And, if you are looking for these, maybe these manuscripts. I don't know what the manuscripts are for, but I keep seeing this paperwork. Maybe it's to find the best place to go traveling. But I do see a lot of manuscripts going on. So maybe it's, book work to help you learn. So for some of you, I do definitely see this paperwork going on. Let's see what's going on with you. Let's grab a couple of cards. Going straight into the present, the recent past, and the near future for you, Aries. Not going to dwell on the recent past too much, just trying to get the understanding of why the energy is so strong. Definitely a peace and a pleasure going around you at this time. Definitely talking about that traveling. Wow, see, somebody who definitely is looking out to travel, wherever you're traveling to. Some of you might even be trying to get to another country like Australia or something of this nature. I see a lot of sand over here, so maybe you are definitely going to maybe Vegas or Arizona or Australia or, maybe Egypt, who knows, all these pyramids over here. But I definitely do see some kind of travel going on. For others of you, if you're not really traveling, it's just saying that you're traveling on a more pleasured journey over here. Really traveling towards your goals, traveling towards your dreams, and feeling like you're on the right path at this time. To be traveling towards that special someone. With the Chariot upside down in the recent past, it just feels like I'm not sure exactly where I'm going. at this time. So it does feel like maybe you feel like you had some kind of misdirection at the time, or just not sure where you're going at all, right? With the Fool upside down. The Fool upside down is not, it's not a negative. The Fool upside down is just saying, well, look, maybe I didn't get to go exactly where I want to go. Maybe something came up, and maybe we're going on a honeymoon. Maybe we're actually taking what the spouse wants to say, right? Where the boyfriend wants to go, the girlfriend wants to go. It just might not be 100% where you wanted to travel to. Maybe that's for some of you. For others of you, it's just saying, well, it's all good, right? Because no matter what, we're escaping. So if you are traveling, it should just be that it's definitely just the great escape from this area. Hey, if you're traveling and going on that vacation or that honeymoon, you could feel like you're having the great escape, escaping where you want to go. Because no matter what, even if it's not a place that you really picked, you still get to escape and feel very good about having this new adventure, right? Because you might even feel a little irresponsible, like, hey, I'm escaping work, and they keep calling me, and I'm like, no, I'm on vacation. So you might even feel like it's kind of, it's just play, right? If you're really going over here and really working on your resources and really working hard, it's just kind of, no matter what, it feels like you're still going to go towards some kind of destination where you're going to feel like you're frolicking around, in the near future over here, kind of giving yourself a little time off, a little time out, to have some play. It's a very playful card. So with the Chariot over here, you're saying, well, I might be a little misdirected, but it's okay. You might feel like, you weren't getting the increase at that time. It just feels like you were really trying to put puzzle pieces together, but you're telling yourself everything's going to come together just fine. And knowing that you can work on these resources, work towards this direction to get yourself back on the path of where you really want to go. It's just going to be all about perfect timing and really figuring out what the dream is that I'm really after. And what is it that I'm really maybe missing a little bit. But the more you reflect upon it in the recent past, the more it feels like now I know exactly where I'm going. So very nice. So now we know exactly what's going on over here. Maybe you just knew it was needed. You needed time out as well. I'm really gathering your stuff together. And I've got this understanding and the new love, and using a lot of clarity and understanding. If you just, are newlyweds or have this love that you would like to take to the next limit, and you are traveling, you know that this is the best thing to do. Maybe a lot of you're going on some kind of, just some kind of maybe just romantic getaway, romantic escape, right? Retreat. And for others of you, it's just kind of looking at the clarity, saying, I have a better understanding of what path I want to go on. So there's definitely two different kinds of messages going on over here for sure. Excuse me, depending on which situation is yours. I'm definitely picking up two different ones, though. Maybe for some of you, it's 2 in 1. Definitely have this determination to want to do this. It does feel a little overwhelming at times, but you are keeping the peace within yourself and keeping everything as light and fluffy as possible, to say the least. Really not allowing yourself to really fragment energy. I'm really determined to really get to where you need to be, even if it gets a little frustrating. We see the frustration over here with the Emperor upside down. So yes, things could get a little frustrating, but that's okay because you're taking it super serious. But it also feels, like I said, like when you feel good about the situation, you can move better, right? So yeah, I get a little, frustrated. I'm a little overwhelming, but if anything, I'm pretty happy about the situation. So I do see a lot of happiness. Yeah, a little conflicting in the mind. You might even be kind of arguing your point about the situation, maybe with the Emperor over here. Maybe that's why you end up going somewhere else, right? Arguing your point, I really want to go to the Bahamas, and they're like, no, we're going to Vegas. And you're like, man. However it is. But yeah. So yeah, I do see that there's a little standing your ground over here. about the situation, whatever the situation is. And it could even be just standing the ground within your mind saying, no, you cannot back down. It's not the time to back away. I know it's getting a little overwhelming. Just keep going with the Lovers upside down, because yeah, it's kind of, it's a point right now where it's like I'm very pleasurable about the situation, but some of the situations that are going around right now might not be as pleasurable as you would like it to be in the present right now. So it might be getting a little harder to kind of keep the peace within the mind down a little bit, but you have so much self growth and understanding. I would just wait for the Ace of Swords, because it says everything's going to become very clear as it increases. The clarity is going to increase. Everything around you is going to increase. So if you feel like you're being too overwhelmed, don't worry. The mind will take care of everything as everything is becoming clearer for you. The King of Pentacles upside down. You might have somebody over here that is kind of guilty for not trying to keep the peace within the mind about a situation. Or maybe you even feel a little guilty for not, for kind of combating about where you want to go. So maybe you have a better understanding that, you don't need to stand your ground so much. Maybe you feel a little guilty for kind of causing a little overwhelmingness towards your partner if you're, kind of battling about where to go on a honeymoon. Maybe they feel like, you're being a little selfish. Maybe you feel they're being a little selfish, not really hearing what you want to do. But there's a lot of inspiration going on within the situation. You will be inspired towards this overwhelming peace that's going on within your life, no matter what you're traveling towards. Definitely inspiration about the overwhelming situation is coming down. So all of that is just going to break down as you have more understanding to how to deal with the situation, and having the understanding that no matter where you're going, it just feels like putting your best foot forward is going to be the best understanding. And maybe seeing a little bit, if somebody else is trying to get you to go someplace you're not sure about that, and kind of breaking you away from the path that you're leading onto, it just feels like there is going to be better communication between the two of you. Now you have the Queen of Pentacles coming out, which is saying you have all the resources. Again, I just see all these resources. And you're saying, okay, that's fine. I'll just look and see what I can do. So when you're having this better coming together, whether it's an argument within yourself or with someone else, for most of you, it looks like someone else. It does say, don't worry, everything's going to be fine. I'm just going to keep myself peaceful again. Now you're in a hum-ho, you're going back to that kind of hum-ho towards the end of the mid-month, really looking at the resources again. Maybe it was a money issue of where you want to go with the Nine of Pentacles. It doesn't mean that you don't have the money. It's just maybe, within the monetary gains, maybe you only wanted to spend this month, within savings, and maybe they're trying to spend too much, or you, or however. But it looks like you're going to come, to the understanding that everything's going to work out just fine, and everything's going to go back to really increase. And when it really has the increase, there's going to be even a more increase in peace towards that end. It just feels like you just have to kind of keep gathering. It feels like you're gathering over here, especially with all these, especially with the 10 of Wands over here. It's like you're gathering things around you, and yeah, it becomes kind of overwhelming, right? I mean, you figure even if you're packing your bags going on a vacation, I mean, maybe you're already getting ready to go on the vacation, right? Packing your bags to get on vacation, that's overwhelming. Oh my God, did I forget my curling iron? Oh my God, did I forget the toothpaste? You're running kind of back and forth. And it kind of feels like that kind of energy, right? Where you're trying to run back and forth, and it could just be, like I said, within your mind. Okay, so kind of all over the place. So, like I said, with the Fool over here, it's just pretty much the great escape. Really feeling like, you know what? I can be a little irresponsible. Everything's going to be fine. Others might see you as irresponsible, but that's why, because you are feeling a little frolicky, a little folly, a little, you know, might have this childlike energy that's going around you, right? The temperance over here, nice. It's because you're in such a peaceful place within yourself. And you know you're on the right track at the right time. You've been probably waiting for this moment for a long time. And that's really what it looks like. It looks like I'm in the moment. I'm finally, oh my God, there's that in the moment again. Uh, I'm in the moment because I've been waiting for the perfect timing for this to happen. So finally your timing is here and you're ready to rock and roll, right? So yeah, getting your Ace of Pentacles over here. So it's time for play pretty much with the Fool upside down. It's kind of a, like I said, a folly play, escape, ha ha ha, I don't have to go to work on my vacation. Um, so with the Ace of Pentacles over here, it's just like you're getting your bigger dreams. You're going on that vacation. You're going to that better job. Maybe there's a time in between that you're doing something that's just really, really fun. And really worth it. And it's like you've been waiting for this Ace of Coin to come towards you, you know. So very nice. It's kind of funny because with the King of Wands coming out with the the Four of Cups, it's like the only person who feels like, oh man, it could be your boss. Um, the authority over here is kind of sad because it does feel like either you're moving on from that work to another job or something. But whoever the King of Wands is, they're the one that's feeling kind of down and out because they feel like they're either left behind or, if you just got married and you already had kids before, it could be your kids feeling like they're, man, you guys are going out to traveling, going on some kind of, hiatus, vacation retreat, or however it is. It just feels like they're being left behind, where they feel like they're the ones that are usually in the attentive spot. Like I said, it's an authority figure. So it could be the boss or it could be the child who's always used to, being number one at the time. So they feel a little down and out about you getting this Ace of Coins, of you getting this because they just feel like they're kind of stuck, right? They're kind of stuck. They get, they might get, if you're leaving that work and getting better work, they might feel like they got stuck with all your work. Maybe it's an old coworker as well. Like, man, you're leaving and now I get all your paperwork. Great, thanks. I bet you are. It does feel like you are traveling and traveling towards your dreams. You put your hand on the right stick and you know now that, you know what, this is going to be the best vacation ever. This is what I really needed. This is going to be the best promotion ever. I found, the best job ever, however it is. But it does feel like you are getting your dreams coming true. And there's a lot of strength and a lot of, really a lot of strength going on. There you are traveling, moving. So no matter what it is definitely a literal movement going on over here. There's too much movement, right? So you're literally moving and doing something. And like I said, because it's general reading, you could be doing any kind of movement, literally moving. Maybe you're moving away, right? Maybe some of you are moved to a new house, moving, and maybe that's your neighbors are upset, right? But it's the recognition, the reward that you have coming in. You worked hard for this situation, put in a lot of energy. You are being recognized, and kind of put on a pedestal over here for all the hard work. And I think that a lot of it too, Aries, is you also putting yourself on the pedestal, kind of like the pat on the back, like I did this. This was a long, hard kind of journey that's finally gone the way I want it to go. Really putting yourself back on the course of whatever it is that you need, and there's a lot of, there could have been a lot of hard studying, a lot of hard work, a lot of hard research about the situation, lots of hard communication. If you were going on a vacation, it could have been, a lot of, AAA stuff here and stuff like this. So it does feel like whatever you're doing, it's definitely going to be a pat on the back for you. It's a, even vacations could be overwhelming. My goodness, you know, it's such a pain in the butt, especially when you're trying to put the car, you know, the car dealership together with the hotel and trying to find that perfect package. You know, we all know about that perfect package. You know, it's like I want the perfect package deal because I ain't walking all over the place. You know what I mean? So when I get off the airplane, that they better have that car ready for me because I'm not taking a bus all over the place. Right? So, okay, my friend. And that was it for you. Until next time. Peace and love. Bye-bye.